It's unfortunate. We have a picture of the man
bandit was given chieftaincy title.
Chieftaincy title.
And the government officials were invited to the ceremony and they attended it. Is it not the same country where they were giving bandits wives? One state was organizing women for them. That if they got married, they would be...
Oji, look at the military fatigue the guy is wearing.
Come on.
If you dare wear that cap, the military will beat you blue black in public. But look at him wearing the military cap.
Unacceptable. It's the audacity and boldness of impunity. That's
bandits and terrorists are criminals.
They are altogether. We'll take the story in Katsina State, where reactions have trailed the peace deal negotiations between one of Nigeria's most wanted terrorists, Isaiah Kwashen Garwa, with a community in Faskari local government area of the state. The deal was announced on Sunday in a post on X by Zagazola Makama, a security analyst specializing in the Lake Chad region. In the post, Makama explains that for a long time, the terrorists had been linked to kidnappings, killings, and raids across forest areas in Katsina, as well as neighboring states. Reactions to the story have been divided. While some see the development as a chance to restore calm in long-troubled communities, others question the sincerity of the bandit leader, recalling the atrocities attributed to his group. I mean, look at this man out there holding a rifle. He's out there, Rufai, and meeting with community members. And this is the sort of conversations we're having right now in Nigeria. I'll take the reactions trailing the story, and then we will continue. In the meantime, here is a reaction. This is from an ex-user who wrote on X. Is the peace deal the required justice for the numerous lives that were wasted and are still wasting so many years of setbacks, not only for the direct victims of insurgency and the Northeast, but also for the country in general? Negotiating peace with bandits and enemies who held the entire country hostage for so many days is synonymous with encouraging others to constitute themselves into groups to wage war against the country with the mindset of being granted amnesty after so many years of infiltrating havoc and destroying lives. Meanwhile, a peace deal that was intended to end years of violence in Nigeria's northwest has collapsed after bandits abducted 40 worshippers in Zamfara state. The peace pact had been signed on August 28 between community leaders and bandits in Katsina state. However, less than a month later, gunmen attacked a mosque in Gidantobe village in Safe local council and abducted dozens of worshippers during morning prayers on Monday. Despite the setback, the Katsina state government is saying they support community-driven pacts with repentant terrorists, but maintain a policy of zero negotiation. What sort of contradiction is that? Rufai?
So when you see a society that the oppressors are beginning to have a very free reign, and the people that the government ought to protect, the government can't protect them, so they try to look for deals with their oppressors. These are vestiges of a dysfunctional society. You will have thought that this government will focus on that, but they'll never focus on that. They'll focus on politics. And that's why they were doing elections in Zamfara State, 5 local governments. I can't still process that thing. It deployed officers from Gombe and other parts, military officers, battalions were there. In security, you will never see that kind of mass deployment. You see, because number one, the government doesn't really care about you.
My people, permit me to ask you this very question, and be honest to yourself. Answer me sincerely. Why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still in DSS custody, denied bail, denied freedom, when the same government is sitting down to dine, negotiate, and romance with men officially declared as wanted terrorists in this country, in Nigeria? We are talking about individuals listed by Defense Headquarters and DSS as most wanted terrorists. Like this one here wearing this armor you are seeing here, did a wedding. Government officials were there. This Isaiah Kwashen Garwa have already accepted peace deal. But remember, these are men with the blood on their hands. People responsible for killings and mass displacement of Nigerian citizens, dining, romancing, enjoying with Nigerian government officials, negotiating, rapporting in such a way that you can't even distinguish. You can see the cap he's wearing on his head. That is Nigerian military cap. But when the soldiers see an ordinary civilian wearing just a camouflage combat, what they will do to you is what they never remembered. They will humiliate you, abuse you, beat you up, do any kind of things to you. But a terrorist, a wanted terrorist, is wearing it in their midst with his armor, and nobody does anything. and nobody is saying anything. I ask again, what is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still doing in the DSS custody? What exactly is the offense of this man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? At worst, he is accused of agitating for self-determination, but under international law, particularly Article 1 of the UN Charter and the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, ratified by Nigeria and domesticated as law in 2004, self-determination is not a crime. It is a recognized right. It's not a crime under Nigerian Constitution, under the UN Charter, under African Charter on Human and People's Rights, as ratified by Nigeria and domesticated as law. Meanwhile, under Nigeria's Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, anyone who provides support, negotiation, or protection for terrorist group is guilty of complicity in terrorism. Yet, the same government that hides behind this act to prosecute innocent citizens, to prosecute ordinary citizens, to prosecute people fighting for their freedom is the one secretly and openly negotiating peace with wanted warlords. That is a direct violation of the principle of equity before the law as enshrined in the section 42 of the Nigerian Constitution. Do not forget that in 2007, between Asari Dokubo and Nigerian government, the court ruled that no citizen can be detained indefinitely without trial unless there are compelling security reasons. If that principle was applied to Asari Dokubo, why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case treated differently? I'm asking these questions because tomorrow they will say this is what I said. I am saying it as it is written. If you have reasons why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case is treated the way it's being treated, why proper criminals, to confirm the criminals, confirm terrorist gangs and groups, personnel are dining with the same people holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their custody, the same people refusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hospital transfer, the same people that don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go and get proper treatment. They are the someone dining, negotiating, having peace deals with criminals, with bandits, with terrorist groups. Yet you are telling me we are existing in one Nigeria. Nigerians, the hypocrisy is clear. A man asking for freedom of his people is caged like a criminal. But terrorists who butcher and kidnap citizens, displaced citizens, are treated to a state-sponsored dialogue. I remember the DSS witness that was interviewed in the court. When he was asked about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, did they find any terrorism equipment with him? They said no. They only found gadgets. They only found transmitters, something that he uses to talk. They never found anything linking him to terrorism. Yet the trial has to continue. But here, a terrorist that butchers, kidnaps, displaces, destroys families, kindreds, communities, villages is being welcomed to a state-sponsored dinner dialogue. This is not justice. This is not in any way called democracy. This is compromise and complicity. Government elevating killers while silencing dissent. And here is the warning. When a state chooses to reward terror and punish lawful agitation, it tells the world that violence pays more than dialogue. That is the real danger to Nigeria's survival. A man that his worst offense is simply agitating, self-determination, fighting for the freedom of his own people, asking for freedom, an act constitutionally recognized in Nigerian Constitution, both in the UN Charter, an act that is lawful, but a criminal, a wanted terrorist, a person that goes about killing and slaughtering people in their homes and families, communities, kindreds, wiping people away, and making videos. It baffles me. I don't feel good that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man fighting for the freedom of his own people, is still incarcerated. Why the real terrorists are dining with our government, are having dinner party with our government. I'm sorry. I have to rest my case here. Thank you so much and God bless you. Please do not forget to share your own thoughts and views in the comment section. And if it's your first time coming across my videos, I plead with you to follow my page and subscribe. Comment on these videos so that it can be recommended for others to watch it. I plead with you to follow the page and subscribe to the channel. God bless you.
Mana magana cewar 'yan ta'adda ne barayi ne ba barayin a cikin ku akwai su tari sannan ba a ɗauki ƙabilanci aka samu ku ba mu sai aka ɗauki ƙabilanci aka samu ko ba gaskiya ba to in ko ba a bar wannan hudodin ba na kashe-kashe da ƙabilancin da ake tsora mana to babu ranar da wannan abun zai kai ƙarshe tsakani da Allah dole sai an koma an ɗauki hanya ta gaskiya an yi ma kowa adalci kai shugaba ka yi adalci kai kuma na ƙasa ka yi biyayya don babu yadda za a yi kai shugaba a yi ma biyayya ba kai ma na ƙasa da kai adalci ba babu bayyo kai kuma na ƙasa bayyo a yi ma adalci ba kai biyayya ba ko ba gaskiya ba sannan ina da wani misali ko kuma wata tambaya akan irin abin da mu in muka yi za a yada shi a duniya mu wanda aka yi mana ba za a yada shi a duniya ba ina ga kwana-kwanan nan duk mai hawa social media ya ga wata matsalar da ta faru a yankin malumfashi ne ana cewa an kai hari an kashe mutane a cikin masallaci to haka ne ba haka bane Allah kaɗai ya sani amma ni ma ina da tawa tambaya a nan makamancin wancan wanda aka yi a faskari kuma aka yi shi ina ga kowa san kadisau kuma a faskari take akwai wata ranar juma'a yan uwanmu filani a cikin masallaci aka kamo su kamar kaji ɗaya bayan ɗaya aka yanka su mutum 5 kuma an yi zana'idar su a kamfanin dauda ina ga kila ba mamaki akwai mutanen garin anan tun kahin su girbi abin da suka shuka kenan amma da aka je aka yi masu aka kama yaɗawa an yi kaza aka ri abin da su suka yi to kaga irin wa'annan abubuwan duk akwai su in muka yi ta zaƙulo su wala suna da yawa ko ba gaskiya ba an yi mana mun rama Allah ce kamatu dini tudan yadda kai za a yi maka to haka da ka kashe man zan kashe ma ko ba gaskiya ba ran nan ɗaya ne in ka rasa shikenan in na rasa shikenan ranka bai hinau ba ran babanka bai hina babana ba